And I wound up taking the answer to a real statistician, and turns out that the AI was lacking certain context that really led me astray. Same thing applies to vibe coding, which you might have heard a lot about. There are tools like Cursor. Um, Cursor here, I use this all the time to code up my MVPs. I'm not a great engineer, but with something like Cursor tied into local LLMs, I can generate a really awesome product pretty quickly, sometimes in hours, what used to take days, weeks, or months. Um, but it will lead you astray if you're not really careful and you're not paying attention. So the quick answer here is you got to keep your hands on the wheel. Even if you think the car can drive itself, you're not going to really see the benefit of using these AI tools either in journey mapping or forecasting or actually building your product unless you pay attention and watch what it's doing step by step and course correct it when it goes off. Even the best LLMs tend to, they'll make a mistake once every 20 tool calls or once every 20 questions. And one mistake in 20 questions can absolutely kill your business. So Karen is asking multiple companies owned by several individuals that need to be tracked. That's probably easier to do with a spreadsheet rather than an LLM, frankly. So if you just need to track that, I would just use a spreadsheet, honestly. You could use the LLM to help you construct that spreadsheet and tell you how to track it over time, but I would absolutely just use a spreadsheet for that. However, you could also use an LLM or a tool like this to take your customer journey map, right? To take that simple map that you built and actually construct a financial model without ever even touching a spreadsheet. And that becomes really, really cool all of a sudden, because instead of having to deal with some spreadsheets, and this is where this might be useful for you, Karen, um, you can actually, instead of just creating a point prediction here and having to do some manual analysis of kind of what if, you can actually use these modern tools that are coming out very, very quickly these days to calculate the probability of success or loss. In this case, I can calculate if I want to make, $10,000 a month. I can see that I have a very good chance of success with this particular business based on my inputs. Still pretty good chance of $20,000, but if I want $40,000 per month, at least in the next 10 months, there's a very, very low chance of success. So this becomes really, really cool and very, very interesting very, very quickly.